Stars in Their Eyes. Please welcome your host, Matthew Kelly.
To a brand new series of Stars in Their Eyes. Every year, thousands of talented people apply, but there's never enough room to fit them all in. So, from now on, we're going twice a year. Twice the talent, twice the music, 2 live grand finals and 2 champions. They're calling me Matthew Twice a Year Kelly already. Yes, you're way ahead of me. You've seen our spring and summer collection. Now it's time to unveil our winter collection. Our makeover teams face brand new challenges with pop stars we've never featured before. Over the next 10 weeks, we're opening the tap marked talent and letting it flow into your living room. So you might want to put some white clean sheets on your sofa. Every series has its first episode, and every first episode has its first star. And here she is, star guest number 1.
My name's Kirsten Blakely. I'm 29 years old and I live in Ascot in Berkshire. I live with my boyfriend Mark. I'm one of 2 girls. My sister's 22 months younger than me, Claudie. My mum's got a business and that's where I've been working for the past 8 years.
Hi Wendy. Hi, it's Kirsten from Lynn Blakely Property Management.
It's a residential
Hello.
letting agents. We show houses to prospective clients, look after them, manage any problems they have, collect the monthly rent for the landlords and basically look after the house for them. First started singing when I was badly, when I was about 8. And my dad founded and was a big part of the Tremolos. So I've got my dad's blood, I think, and his bug for the music. And I write all my own music and play guitar and piano.
Again, you've got high ceilings.
Letting us in on who she's going to be, please welcome Kirsten Blakely. So, as you've got along, you must have had some good advice from people. What's the best piece of advice you've ever had?
When I was, about that big, I can't remember what age, Alvin Stardust came round to the house and I had a verruca on my foot. And I'd been to the chiropodist a couple of times, a couple of weeks, and it's still not gone. He gave me a 50p and said, bury that. I buried it in the garden in my dad's rockery and it disappeared the next night.
The verruca disappeared?
Disappeared,
You see,
totally.
you heard it here
50p.
first, folks. Oh, breaking news. You've worked very hard to be the person that you're going to be tonight.
Yes, I have. She's such a brilliant performer. She's so natural.
Tell me something
and
about her.
she feels everything so much. And
Yeah.
I just think, feel the music, sort of move with the music, and you'll be her. And I think, hopefully, it's there.
Where's she from?
She's from Cheshire.
Yeah.
She ran cross-country for her county.
Yeah.
She loves tattoos. She's got big thing tattoos. And she was 1/4 of the biggest, most successful girl band ever.
So tell us who you're going to be tonight.
Tonight, Matthew, I'm going to be Mel C.
Mel C! She's an Anna Case. She's a Sporty Spice. Tonight, singing live, Kirsten Blakely is Mel C!
Fool, and I, gonna see last night's not
You really are sporty, aren't you? They're worn out just watching. You must have been in the gym most of your life to do that. It's just extraordinary, the energy and the look as well.
No,
I mean, look at this.
Good.
Gold
I know,
tooth.
my tooth.
Look, and the tattoos.
My mum's going to kill me.
Mummy will be pleased, won't she? Oh, and that little one there. Thanks. All right. You're right on the film.
Thank you.
Really, you really have the bug from your dad, haven't you?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
absolutely great. You are not going down. You are going up, girl. Ladies and gentlemen, Kirsten Blakely as Mel C. Now, since I started this show, I've been waiting for someone to become our next singer, just so I can say one line. That's how empty my life is. Singers reveal the contents of their soul on stage, and this star got into trouble when the Miami Vice squad when he revealed the contents of his trousers. Thankfully, keeping everything buttoned except his lips, is star guest number 2.
My name's Tim Crone, aged 24. I was born in Chichester, West Sussex, and shortly after that we moved to Manchester, where we lived there for 10 years, during which time I was a chorister at Manchester Cathedral until my voice broke. And then we lived in various places, finally ending up in Cheslinghey in Staffordshire. For the last year I've been working at NatWest Bank in a call centre, basically taking calls from the customers, being a customer services officer, dealing with their complaints and dealing with their normal daily banking needs. It's given me the opportunity to save to buy my own house, to buy my guitars and to pay off all my graduate loans that I've acquired over my 3 years studying at university. When I first had the call to be appearing on Stars in Their Eyes, I've kind of took it in my stride. But as it's gradually creeping closer to the day that I'm going to be on, I'm beginning to feel a little bit more nervous about being on the show.
The show is here and the doors are calling for Tim Crone. Now, you have already had a bit of a taste with music, haven't you?
Well, yeah, I auditioned for this blokes band. It was something that Paul Gallagher set up, Liam and Noel's brother. I went down to London to do it, and I just basically had this piece of music I wrote myself, and it was all dead serious.
And did you get into the band?
Well, no, I didn't.
Who did get into the band?
There was this mad bloke, he was an ex-Chippendale, and he just kept running around the stage going, "She'll be coming around the mountain," with the top off.
And he got it?
Yeah.
And that was in Paul Gallagher's band?
That's it, he got in it,
And how long ago was that?
About a year and a half, 2 years ago now.
Well, they've done well, haven't they?
They've done very well, yeah.
I think you're well off out of that, love. OK, Tim, tell me a bit about the person you're going to be tonight.
Well, the person I'm going to be, Matthew, tonight, he was born in Florida in 1943. He was famous for his outrageous stage performances. Also, a film was made in 1991, directed by Oliver Stone, and the lead actor was Val Kilmer.
Tell us who you're going to be tonight, Tim.
Tonight, Matthew, I'm going to be Jim Morrison from The Doors.
Jim Morrison! Through the doors and into the doors. Tonight, singing live, Tim Crone is Jim Morrison!
That it would be untrue. You know that I would be alive if I was to say to you, girl, you couldn't get much higher. Come on, baby, light my fire. Come on, baby, light my fire. Try to set the night on fire. Time to hesitate us through. No time to wallow in the mire. Try now, we could only lose, and our love become a funeral pyre. Come on, baby, light my fire. Come on, baby, light my fire. Try to set the night on fire. Time to hesitate us through. No time to wallow in the mire. Try now, we could only lose, and our love become funeral pyre. Come on, baby, light my fire. Come on, baby, light my fire. Try to set the night on fire. Yeah, you know that it would be untrue. You know that I would be a liar if I was to say to you, girl, you couldn't get much higher. Come on, baby, light my fire. Come on, baby, light my fire. Try to set the night on 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 fire.
You know that film, The Doors?
Yeah,
The Doors.
I did it.
Right, well, I think Oliver Stone got the wrong man.
I think so as well.
Should have been you. You were robbed. Now, this man has said all the way along, over the last 2 days, he said, no, I'm not. I said, are you nervous? And he said, I'm not nervous, I'm not nervous. I just want to do it. And now you've done it, so how do you feel?
Brilliant, yeah, brilliant.
And how was it doing it?
Nerve-wracking.
I knew it would be. Ladies and gentlemen, Tim Crone as Jim Morrison. You see, did you hear? Did you hear the Jim Morrison line? I have spent 8 years waiting to say, through the doors and into the doors. Do you see how clever that is? Through the doors, and into the doors of the band. No? Maybe it's just me then. After the break, 3 more star guests will go into the doors, but not the doors, the doors. I'll leave now. I thought it was great. Bye. Welcome back to Stars in Their Eyes. The Doors. Come on, throw me a bone here. It's been 8 years. Still no? No. All right, it's gone. Forgotten about. I'm not sulking. In part 1, I'm not sulking. We saw Mel C and Jim Morrison, and now we're about to meet a true Jill of all trades who's gifted at everything except being boring. And stepping into her shoes tonight is star guest number 3.
My name's Lucy Jarrett. I was born in Kent and now live in Lewin, Cornwall, which is quite close to the sea. I live with my husband, Dave, and 4 children, Rhiannon, Thomas, Martin and Christopher. I first met my husband, Dave, when we were both performing in a musical called Godspell. I was on the stage and Dave was in the musical pit. He was playing banjo and acoustic guitar, and I used to stand in the wings and flash my suspender belt at him. Shortly after the show, in the bar, he asked me if he could change my life for me and did I want to sing in pubs with him. It was quite an offer I couldn't refuse. It's a lovely feeling when you can sing something in a small room or a big hall and have all the people just actually stop and listen to what you're singing. It gives you such a great buzz that you just want to carry on and do it all again.
And if that's a buzz, then this must be the bee's knees. Please welcome Lucy Jarrett. Lucy is part of a very theatrical family, so I'd like you to tell the audience now your connection.
Yeah, well, I've got a cousin who lives in Canada whose husband is the nephew of Donald Sinden.
It doesn't get more theatrical than that, does it? Frankly, no, it doesn't. Now, you could almost have been the person that you're going to be tonight, couldn't you?
Yeah, very nearly. Sailing runs in the family, and my dad's a great sailor. When I was about 14, I got a single-handed dinghy myself, and I'd never sailed it before, but we went on holiday, as we always did, to Wales. It was a very windy day, and I'd gone, and I suddenly realised that I'd been going about 20 minutes, and I couldn't turn it round. So the only thing that I could think of to do was capsize it and swim around and turn it back round the other way and sail back in, and that's what I did. So if I hadn't, I would have ended up... There's nothing between Wales and America, so...
So you could have finished up being the person that you're
I
going to
could,
be.
because she's from America.
From America, we have a clue there already. And tell me a bit more about this person.
Well, she was raised in Hawaii, and one of her first jobs was in a pineapple factory. She started in cabaret, and her pianist was Barry Manilow. She's been in many, many films.
And the song you're singing tonight.
And the song I'm singing tonight is from one of those films, from Beaches.
Tell us who you're going to be tonight.
Tonight, Matthew, I'm going to be Bette Midler.
Bette Midler! From Fair to Midler, tonight, singing live, Lucy Jarrett is Bette Midler!
Must have been cold there in my shadow to never have sunlight on your face. You were content to let me shine. That's your way. You always walked a step behind. I was the one with all the glory. You were the one with all the strength. A beautiful face without a name for so long. Beautiful smile to hide the pain. Did you ever know that you're my hero? You're everything I wished I could be. I can fly higher than an eagle, 'cause you are the wind beneath my wings. Did I ever tell you you're my hero? You're everything, everything I wished I could be. Oh, and I can fly higher than an eagle, because you are the wind beneath my wings. You are the wind beneath my wings. Oh, you are the wind beneath my wings. Fly, fly so high against the sky, so high I almost touch the sky. Thank you, thank you, thank God for you, the wind beneath my wings.
Donald Sinden will be thrilled that his nephew is married to Lucy Jarrett's cousin. After that, I'm telling you. Actually, you said in the film, didn't you? You said that when you sing you love people to stop and listening. Well, you just stopped an entire nation. And how does that make you feel? As good as that. Great. Ladies and gentlemen, Lucy Jarrett as Bette Midler. From the divine Miss M to the sublime Mr. D. And if you think that doo-wop is politically incorrect, think again. And for our younger viewers, doo-wop was a style of music that went doo-wop. Anyway, our next star was the Duke of Doo-wop, who got into trouble in the 60s, and also getting into deep water is star guest number 4.
My name's Vincent Hughes. I'm aged 35 and I come from Denton in Manchester. I'm married to Jill and she works for an accountancy as a regional administrator. My son, Michael, is aged 7. I first got into diving 2 years ago when I was on holiday in Mexico, and I did a try dive and I caught the bug then. Presently I'm self-employed as a mobile disc jockey, doing weddings, birthday parties, and wherever anyone needs music and laughter, they'll give me a call. I do come from an entertaining family. My grandma was one of the original Tiller girls in the early part of the last century and was a bareback rider in a circus, and my uncle is an impressionist. I've got cousins who are ballerinas, and myself, I'm just a mere DJ.
Without the DJ, we wouldn't have this show, so please welcome Vince Hughes. So, I mean, if you think showbiz is tough now, I mean, your gran really had a hard life, didn't she?
She did, Matthew, yeah. At the age of 7, she was turned out onto the streets of London and was a street urchin, and she slept on London Bridge. And she got her first break there because she saw a poster on London Bridge saying, children required for a roller skating troupe.
Wow.
And so she became a singer, entertainer, dancer. She danced with Charlie Chaplin.
And she was very encouraging to you as a singer, wasn't she?
Yeah, at the age of 5, she used to say, sing for me, you sing like an angel.
Well, tell us a little bit about this person.
Well, Matthew, he was in one of the American top doo-wop groups in the late 50s, early 60s. Mm-hmm. He was one of the first teenage millionaires in pop, and he fronted the group, the Belmonts.
Tell us who you're going to be tonight, Vince.
Tonight, Matthew, I'm going to be Dion.
Dion! Giving us the runaround tonight, singing live, Vince Hughes is Dion!
Here's my story, it's sad but true. It's about a girl that I once knew. She took my love and ran around with every single guy in town. Hey, hey, oh, hey, hey, whoa, hey, hey, whoa, hey. La 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 la, yeah, she's running from the very start. This girl lived with a broken heart. Listen to me while I'm telling you, I keep away from a runaround suit. Yeah, Miss Lips and smile on her face. The touch of her hand, this girl's wanting best. So if you don't wanna cry like I do, they say I keep away from a runaround suit. She like to travel around, yeah, she love it and she put you down. Now people let me put you wise. She goes out with other guys in the morning, a story from a guy who knows. I fell in love, my love still grows. Ask any fool that she ever knew, they tell you I keep away from a runaround Sue, yeah. Stay away from Sue. I know they do now. Keep away from Sue. She let her travel around. Yeah, she love it and she put you down. Now people let me put you wise. She goes out with other guys in the morning. I saw from a guy who knows. I've been in love, my love still grows. Ask any fool that she ever knew, they'll tell you I keep away from a runaround Sue. Hey, yeah, stay away from that girl. I know you do. Whoa, keep away from a runaround Sue.
Well, you're your granny's boy, aren't you? The all-round entertainer. God, you do a lot. The confidence is fantastic.
I'm screaming inside.
No, it's fun. And also, look at this. He looks about 12 now, doesn't he? He does. Well, you might have had the voice of an angel then, but you have the voice of a demon now, I'm telling you, mate. Ladies and gentlemen, Vince Hughes as Dion. This is Stars in the Rise in living colour and stereo surround sound. And if you've bought this week's edition of Matthew Kelly magazine, then you're probably watching the show using the 3D glasses free with every issue. So, ooh, look, I'm right in your living room, ooh. And if you're not watching this show in 3D, ooh, then I promise to visit each of you individually and stick my fingers in your face. And you don't get that kind of service from other TV presenters, not in public anyway. I'll see you after the break for more Dimensions of Pop. Welcome back to Stars in the Rise. Just one star guest to go before our studio audience make a choice based on the best sound-alike, not the best look-alike. Don't allow the wig and sequins to fool you, as I once said to the Nottingham Constabulary. All you're voting for is the voice, and our next star has the kind of voice that gives Whitney Houston sleepless nights. So let's get juiced up and wide awake with star guest number 5.
My name is Desireen Greet, and I'm 28 years old, and I come from Hackney, East London. I live with my fiancé, Billy Lennox. I work locally in a place called Heroes of Nature. It's an organic juice bar. I started working at the juice bar about a week after it opened, and because of that reason I feel a part of it, and I'm local and I know most of the people that come in. Every day I'm learning something new about juices that help detox the body, about organic products. My mum and dad have been really inspiring to me over the years. My dad was a DJ before I was born, so my mum said when I was born I couldn't actually sleep without a bass line because that's all I ever heard. And so therefore there's always music in my house continuously, so I'm pretty mad on music now myself. Billy put me forward for Stars in Her Eyes, and it's a good thing really, because I probably, like as he would say, never have got my finger out and done it. And I watch the show and I think, I'm going to be on that show. I'm going to do that. I'm going to walk through that smoke.
We'll provide the smoke, she'll provide the fire. Please welcome Desireen Greet. There's a lot that's happened to you getting onto this show that actually makes you go like that, actually, doesn't it?
It's a bit funny because I don't actually read my horoscopes, but at the beginning of the year I got a magazine which had your yearly horoscopes. I thought, year 2000, let me have a look. And it stated that February the 5th and January the 21st was going to be dates which, very significant dates for me, basically.
And what were those dates?
And they were my audition dates for Stars in Your Eyes.
The first audition, the second audition?
First and second, yeah.
And then you got on the show. But so that's not all that happened, is it?
No, because I was on a roll then, and I just got a scratch tarot card, and it said, scratch the first 3 cards you're drawn to. So I scratched the first one, and it was a star.
No.
Yeah.
No, but no,
yeah.
no, wait. I know you're excited, but there's more.
Then I rang the tarot reader, and she said to me that I'm going to take place in an event which opens doors for me.
Doors? Yeah, never mind. You like the person that you're going to be tonight, don't you?
Yeah, I do. I do like
Why
the
is
person.
that?
Because when she sings, she delivers it to you, feel it when she sings it. Do you know what I mean? And I really like her for that.
And what kind of singer is she?
She's an R&B soul singer.
Yeah, and she did a famous duet recently, didn't she?
With George Michael.
Oh, yes. Oh, just give me one last clue, then.
The sample in the song is taken from a song with Marvin Gaye and Diana Ross.
Great. Tell us who you're going to be tonight, Desireen.
Tonight, Matthew, I'm going to be Mary J. Blige.
Mary J. Blige! Everything hangs on the next 3 minutes. Tonight, singing live, Desireen Greet is Mary J. Blige!
Everything depend. You take me away from the pain and you bring me paradise. When I'm close, these days you brought sunshine in my life. Never come to me the first time I saw your face. I would fall so deep in love that your love can't be replaced. You're my everything. Love so good, so good, so good, so good. Only you can bring. You are mine. Oh, you are everything, and everything is you. Oh, you put your loving arms around me. Said I feel so safe about security. Forever, I want you to hold me. My everything, yeah. Love so good, only you can bring it, yeah. Oh, you are everything, you're everything. Oh, you take me away.
Spooky, not more spooky stuff.
No.
No, it's a good job that Sian and Billy sent you to us, honestly, because you would never have done it yourself, would you? And I'll tell you why, because this girl is so modest, honestly, and all she's done for the last 2 days is laugh. Brilliantly, really having you around, honestly.
Thank you.
And you're such a great singer.
Thank
And
you.
just like Mary J. Blige, you really feel it, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you do. And you see what I mean? Ladies and gentlemen, Desiree Greet as Mary J. Blige. That's all 5-star guests. Now our studio audience have to choose just one to go through to the live grand final. But before they find a finalist, let's have a reminder of what happened once the doors opened. First, Kirsten Blakely was Northern Star Mel C. Tim Crone went through the doors and into the doors as Jim Morrison. Lucy Jarrett soared as Bette Midler. Vince Hughes became rock and roller Dion. And finally, Desiree Greet was R&B superstar Mary J. Blige. Studio audience, cast your votes now. And while they're choosing a finalist, let's have a final word from our star guests backstage.
What buzz, head rush. Oh, it's just the best experience. It was amazing.
Well, it's completely different to singing in a choir, but it was absolutely fantastic. I had a great time.
Once you're actually here and filming it, it just flies by. It's gone in a flash.
It was like going back into the 1950s. Absolute fabulous dancers. Fantastic.
I was glad to be out there. I enjoyed every moment, but I was very nervous, very nervous.
A place is booked in the live grand final, but who has that place? Is it Mel C, Jim Morrison, Bette Midler, Dion, or Mary J. Blige? And the winner is Dion! Congratulations. Oh, you okay?
Yeah, just about.
A little bit surprised.
Shocked.
Can you just tell us something? Can you see anything without your glasses?
The microphone.
You don't need to see any further. You were such a great lot tonight, I'm telling you. One of the nicest bunches we've had, and...
They were, yeah, just smashing people.
I know, and you're quite right. This runs in the family, doesn't it?
Thank you, Matthew.
Good for you. They all prove they've got what it takes to perform on the toughest stage in TV. Only one can come back and sing again in the live grand final, so let's hear the song that's put Vince in the running to be champion. Ladies and gentlemen, Vince Hughes as Dion. Good night.
Here's my story, it's sad but true. Took my love and ran around with every single guy in town. Hey, hey, oh, hey, oh, hey, oh, hey, la, 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 oh.
If you've got the voice, we've got the stage. For details on how you could be walking through those famous doors on the next series of Stars in Their Eyes, phone 0870 400 4000 for an application form or see teletext on ITV, page 128 for more information.
Stars in Their Eyes, sponsored by BT.